What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Loopring. Now, Loopring is one of the most favored layering solutions of Vitalik Buterin, head of, creator or one of the creators of Ethereum. I still think Loopring's got a lot of room to go in this market. It looks really, really hot, and layering solutions at the moment seem to be. Certainly right now, they've been doing rather well, but I think they're going to be so vital over the next few years. So I'll take a look at Loopring in this vid. But before I get into any of that, guys, if you are new to this channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos on this channel. And in those videos, I was saying, look, these are outstanding cryptos. I'm buying them up. And if you did on the same, but say you put in $100 into each, you can see what the prices were at recording. You can see the current prices. Say you put in $100 into each, you would say you're still holding all these coins. So that's 3 years on. If you're going to sell them all today, to be fair, you'd be able to bank around 15k in profit, which is from a $2,600 investment, not too shabby. But obviously these should have been sold in 2021. That's what I did. That's what my friends did. That's what my followers did. And if you'd have done that, $100 into each, that total of a $2,600 investment would have netted you a profit of 123 grand. Now, as I said, I sold these. They're not what I own. If you do want to see the coins that I own, go over to copymycrypto.com. That is where I share the coins that I own with the members. Anytime I buy a coin, I let the members know. Anytime I sell a coin, I let the members know. And Copy My Crypto is where we've got thousands of members, and almost all of, if not all, have joined to just copy along, to literally make the same gains I do. So if you're watching this video, you know there are gains to be had in crypto. Now, if you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, or you don't have the interest to do the research, and that's required if you're going to be successful in crypto, then you can copy along with me, because that's all I do. Like how I found the coins that I found, how I found Phantom when no one was talking about Phantom. The same way I did all that is how I found the coins I'm in right now. And as an example, one of the coins is up. One coin I added to my portfolio just about a couple of weeks ago is already up nearly 200% now. We've got another coin that I added to the portfolio. It's up over 50%. And again, that was only 2 weeks ago. If you're looking to make those gains and find out what the next big winner is, and by the way, one of them I do think can 100x, then go read the site, and remember that everything you read there, verifiable on this channel's history. So, Loopring. So Loopring is a layering solution for Ethereum. Look at it, proper long-term uptrend as well. It's experienced 2 bull cycles, and damn near doubled from the 2018 cycle to the 2021 cycle. Now, Loopring is an open protocol that's designed for the building of specifically DEXs. Now, in 2020, the average trading volume of the entire crypto market fluctuated in the approximate range of 50 to 200 million. That's daily. Most of that trading is conducted on centralized crypto exchanges, online platforms operated by private companies that store users' funds and facilitate the matching of buy and sell orders. Now, the downside to these platforms is that we see that these guys, firstly, it's not your keys, so it's not your crypto. Secondly, we've seen many of these guys act fraudulently. So this can be completely alleviated by DEXs. It just can. I've spoken about the real positive element of DEXs coming into the next bull cycle because centralized exchanges screwed so many people. And actually, Loopring as the sort of go-to platform to develop and build your DEX makes Loopring really damn exciting, because there are going to be lots of people that don't ever use a centralized exchange, or try and minimize the amount of centralized exchange they ever use after everything that happened in 2021 and 2022. Again, a quick reminder: BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, FTX, all of this happened. All of this happened in the space of a couple of years, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some as well. So the idea behind Loopring is to combine some of the elements of centralized and decentralized crypto exchanges to create a protocol that's unique, and eliminates the inefficiencies of both. Now, centralized exchanges are currently still the main mode of operation for crypto trading. While highly popular and convenient, there's a ton of risks, the chief of which is their custodial nature. Because these exchanges hold users' funds, those funds come under the risk of being partially or fully lost due to hacks, malicious actors inside the exchange, or regulatory intervention. Another major problem for centralized exchanges is the lack of transparency. The fact that trades are not settled on the blockchain but rather stored in the exchange's internal records makes possible price manipulation by the exchange almost a likelihood. So these problems can be eliminated with the DEX. Instead of holding the user's funds, it's just connectivity of buying and selling on a blockchain, no custodial services whatsoever. But they have their own disadvantages, like lower efficiency, and that's due to usually screwed up liquidity. Now, Loopring is worth noting. Vitalik Buterin quite often writes blogs about or writes a almost essay style piece about blockchain layering solutions, whatever it is. And in many that when he's spoken about layering solutions, he has often referenced Loopring and how successful their ZK rollups have been. So the next step, something to bear in mind is obviously Buterin does this quite regularly in terms of writes a piece. As we see the emergence and growth of layering solutions, which we will continue to do so, he may well give another Loopring shout out. That in and of itself will see Loopring pump 40%, 50%. That's the impact that he can have, obviously, on a project. Now, if you want to learn about the protocol, right now it's knocking around 2,025 transactions, or it can settle up to that many per second, with the same level of security as Ethereum. The settlement cost is roughly 450 to 800 gas on layer 1, which is usually 0.15 to 0.30% of the cost of most layer 1 DEX protocols. So they have a much lower settlement cost, just normal style fees, just based on a few base points, rather than a huge astronomical transaction fee like we see on Ethereum quite often. LRC is obviously the token behind it. The token is pretty much fully out at this point, which again is a good sign. And you can actually go through the app and you can see what Loopring is like. So this is just Loopring's DEX itself. So swaps from LRC to Ethereum. And you can see this is a pretty comprehensive list of cryptos as well. And that's just a straight up swap feature. You can actually look at layer 2 assets. You can look at the markets as well. If you actually open it up, you can also see how easy and swift this is to use. It's very, very similar to stuff that we've seen before. And you can do it via fiat on Loopring, which is nice. You can also use the order book, so it's got that centralized exchange feature, which is, I personally love seeing the order book. That's always like my preference when I'm making a trade or making an investment, is I love to see this. So I love that Loopring have got that in. They also have ETH staking rewards. They also have Loopring staking rewards. They've also got their own dual investment model, similar to what we've probably seen on Binance and a number of different centralized exchanges. So you can see APYs based on selling high for USDC. So you invest in ETH, sell high for USDC, and you can see APY based upon current actions. So you'd be looking at a target price of $1,950. Should yield you 116% if it's a day term and it hits that target price. These are high risk, these dual investment type models. You can just invest in USDC, so you buy ETH low. Again, you can see what the target price is. So this is effectively almost short. Well, it is shorting Ethereum. Then you've got the invest in USDT. So again, it's a short of Ethereum. And then you've got invest in wrap Bitcoin. So you're hoping that Bitcoin's going to pump and you'll sell for a profit. Again, nice features. Loopring, look, I think is quality. I think we're going to see a real surge in layer 2s over the next year as well, because I think we're going to see growth in all realms on this. And the big plus for me here, Loopring is in a long-term uptrend. I mean, it's legit in a long-term uptrend. Hit $1.70 in the bull cycle, hit $3.20 in the last bull cycle. It's damn near a doubling. So you've got to look at the potential of breaking its previous high in the next bull cycle. So I would be looking at Loopring as potentially a $5 coin in the next bull cycle. Which, yeah, granted, it's got to break its previous high, but it should be quite achievable in that long-term uptrend with that excitement around layer 2s, with it being one of Vitalik Buterin's preferred layering solutions that he talks about so regularly. And no doubt about it, there'll end up being some sort of post from him like there was in the last bull cycle. And that's what really triggered a huge surge for Loopring. I expect the same. If he doesn't do that post, maybe it doesn't break its previous high. But right now, Loopring is looking good. Loopring is looking like there's potential for that, more than the 10x. I mean, hell, it's on 35 cents right now, so $5 is quite a pump. And like I said, Vitalik's favorite, or certainly one of his favorite. Stuff like that has a massive impact on these markets, and it's always worth remembering that. Have you used Loopring's DEX, by the way, guys? If you have, let me know in the comments down below how you enjoy it. Do you use the order book? Are you an order book guy like me? Let me know in the comments. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. Look, these videos are going to make you money. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, you're missing the opportunity to make money. So just hit the subscribe button. So simple. And last thing, guys, if you want to see the coins I've been buying up in this bear cycle, go to copymycrypto.com and read that site. Now, the coins that I own right now, the way I picked them is the exact same way I picked all the coins in this spreadsheet that you're looking at right now. Remember, no one in 2020 was talking about Phantom at all. I managed to pick Phantom when there's not a YouTuber on the planet was talking about it. I used the same criteria of how I picked Phantom to pick the coins I'm in. And it's obviously working because not only are my coins doing well, 2 coins I added recently, one's pumped 200%, one's pumped 50% in 2 weeks when a market has been fairly flat. So if you're looking to make gains in crypto, and you obviously are because you're watching this video, you must understand time, energy, effort, research are all required to make money in this market. If you don't want to put in the 10,000 hours of research because you're either too busy, you can't be asked, or you've got family obligations and work that gets in the way, Copy My Crypto is probably exactly what you need, because that's all I do. How I've found my coins, how I've got this history, is by literally just going into the market every day and reading and researching. So if you want to make gains in this market without putting in all those hours of research, go read copymycrypto.com. And remember, every single thing on that site is public record. Can't hide from anything. So you can read through the site and confirm every single thing you read on this channel's history. And like I said, the premise is as simple as it gets. You can go onto the site, you can join, go onto the site, you can see my holdings, and you can copy along. Make the same gains I do. It could not be more simple. So if you haven't read it, go read it now. And I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.